orientation. She'll be back on Friday. You'll actually see her tomorrow in the Hall of Fame parade. She'll be with me. So when you head to the parade tomorrow, look for Q92. We'll be in a couple cars. Lauren and I will be in a car together. I do believe Keller in the afternoon and Ryan at night will be in a car together, and Nicolina will have her own car. So we have that going on for you tomorrow. We'll see you there. Looking forward to it. I believe there's no candy throwing in this one, Jake, right?
Yep, that's correct.
That is a hard rule.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Listen, I get it. Parades sometimes are like that. You know, you throw the candy too hard, things happen.
That's true. Yeah, it's kind of a dangerous thing to do.
You wouldn't think it'd be something that could injure people, but
candy's hard.
I know in the Carnation one for a while it was frowned upon, and now we've kind of like loosened things back up a little bit.
Huh.
Kind of.
I
think we've thrown out candy last couple of years, haven't we?
We did last year. I don't know about the year before.
The year before we did. That was when Lauren learned a hard lesson.
Oh, yeah, I remember. Yeah.
I told her, like, you can't, listen, this is a long parade.
Yep.
You can't throw all your candy out. And she's like, yeah, we got plenty. It's fine. I'm watching her throw out big handfuls. If you know the Carnation Parade, it goes down State Street, hooks the left on Union. Well, guess what we were out of before we ever turned down Union? We were out of candy.
Yeah.
I still remember her looking at me because she was like, no, you're wrong. You're wrong. We have plenty of candy. I'm like, you're throwing out pretty big handfuls. We got a long way to go. And I'll be damned if we weren't out of candy before we turned on Union. And I just felt like a jerk.
Yeah, that's
just driving down. I see all these little kids with their bags.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, we threw them all out the first, 500 yards of the parade. I apologize. Someone didn't believe me. But I know she did much better the next couple of years with the candy.
She did.
We even got more.
Yeah, Lauren and I last year went to go get more, but we still ran out.
Did you really?
Yeah, but she did better.
But you at least made the turn before you got... But yeah, no candy. I don't think there's any candy throwing out tomorrow. But Q92 is looking very much forward to being in that parade. Going to be a lot of fun. So hanging out with you today from now till 10. In the 8 o'clock hour, we're going to be busy. We're going to have a Free Advice Friday. Plus, we have Dan and Shay tickets to give away for their show at Blossom on August 9th. In the 9 o'clock hour, we'll be talking to Maddie Zorikowski. I met her and saw her in person for the first time, Jake, yesterday. You've met her, right?
Yes.
Lovely woman.
Yeah.
We were both ended up in the same spot. I was doing social media for Q92. She was doing social media for the Hall of Fame Village. So it was like, hey. You know, it was nice. Nice to see her.
Love Maddie.
Hall of Fame game last night. Of course, it was cut a little short because of the storms that came through last night, but a good time. Hope you guys had a great time. Were you there? Did you enjoy yourself? Did you get any autographs? Pretty cool. See football back. It was pretty cool to see that packed stadium. Really cool to fly over. It was a lot of fun. Football's back. How about that? Text messages real quick. 708. Morning. How are we all on this rainy Friday morning? Pink Jeep Girl is here. Pink Jeep Girl, we're just fine, and we're glad you're with us. Transformer guy checking in this morning. Bone Crusher and a hook. Wow. All right. I see that, and I'll raise you a Huffer. Remember Huffer? Was it Huffer? I hope it was Huffer. Sounds like I'm saying something bad. It's a Transformers name, I swear. 330-450-9292 is a phone number. 330-269-9292 is our text line. Again, we are with you all the way until 10 a.m. this morning on this Friday Hall of Fame weekend. In effect, the game is down. Next up, the fashion show. Nicolina, the Midday Diva, going to be covering that fashion show for Q92, so be looking for videos and pictures from her later on, plus the Gold Jacket dinner, the actual enshrinement, the speeches, concert for legends. There's so much going on. Carrie Underwood going to be here performing this weekend. Who's going to see Carrie Underwood? What events are you going to this weekend for the Hall of Fame? I want to know. 330-450-9292 is the phone number. Text line 330-269-9292. Which ones are you going to? Which one's your favorite? The Balloon Fest, the parade, the game, the concert, Gold Jacket dinner? What is it? Good morning, Christian. Where did everyone go when the rainstorm blew in? I was watching on TV and the stadium was empty. I'm not going to lie, I had bowed out before the storms got there. I was a little forward thinking. I wanted, one, I had to be up at 4 a.m. And B, I looked at the radar. And I looked at Keller and I looked at the radar. We're like, hey, we got all our pictures. We did a Facebook Live. Maybe we should get out of here before this gets here.
Right.
And we did.
Yeah.
And thank God, because it was boy, was that some rain last night. So they evacuated pretty quick. That's not the first time. I was at a game a couple years ago. Was it 2 years ago? And a storm came through, and we all had to go up to the concourse. So that's not the first time even that weather has delayed the Hall of Fame game. Now, it didn't cancel it, but then again, they were already in the second half of the preseason game. I get why the NFL did that. How was the game last night? I was great. Until the storms came. Great game, clean game, awesome game. I watched the players for both teams come out. They were so good with the fans, signing autographs, taking pictures, especially the players that weren't playing. Well, obviously, all the stars were not playing for either team, but those guys were really cool, and they were like talking to everybody. And you can see the pictures on Q92 social media. The pictures are up on Q92 Radio on Facebook, on Instagram, on Threads, at Q92 on X. You can go there and see some videos and pictures about the Texans and the Bears last night at the Hall of Fame game. There you go. Netflix Binge Girl. Good morning. I think that's a new person. That's new early riser. Netflix Binge Girl. It'll look good on a t-shirt. 7-Eleven, we're off and running. It's MGK and Jelly Roll Lonely Road on Q90. According to a survey,
yeah,
1,500 singles from Plenty o' Fish. Great website.
It was your favorite. That and Christian Mingle, right?
Zeus was my all-time favorite.
Oh, okay.
Plenty of Fish. I always thought that was like the Dollar Tree version of dating apps. I don't care. People are like, well, I found my love on Plenty of Fish.
They used to have a meetup at the 356 Fighter Group.
Is that a bar?
You don't remember the Fighter
I wasn't
Group?
raised here. Remember?
I know that, but it was real.
But
But you worked here when it was still open.
What, did I?
Yeah. It was right out by the airport, and it was like a restaurant, but it was huge, and they used to have like live music out back and dance parties, and they had like a room that had a pool table in it.
And Plenty of Fish people would meet up there.
Yeah.
Gosh darn. That's crazy. Well, according to Plenty of Fish, they talked to 1,500 singles on there. A third of singles have ended a friendship because one of their friends started dating their ex.
Totally believe it.
And you know where this is prominent right now? Young kids.
We talked about that, didn't we?
This is weird to me.
Yeah, you guys had an experience with it,
I don't know if it's a generational thing. I don't understand it because when I grew up, that was a no-no.
Yeah, that's
like,
bro code,
that
man.
was a no-no. You never tried to date one of your boys' exes. And I feel like now that's all that happens. Like I've learned a lot from Not Daughter and her high school ways and her high school friends. And my nephews now in high school doing their high school things and their high school ways. They just all date each other. They just pass each other around.
Which is gross.
And no one gets mad at anybody. There's no fighting. Like, it is weird to me. I would never have, even go back to high school, my 20s, have gone after a girl that one of my good friends dated. It's a no-no.
Yeah.
You know how much of a no-no it was for my crew growing up? That's right, I said my crew. I had a friend now.
Your crew?
My crew.
Chris's crew?
Yeah. Well, it's never Chris. Came to me. His now wife, might I add.
Okay.
I went to college with her. Mm-hmm. We were good friends in college. We would hang out with everybody from our group, and we were all telecommunications people. We'd hang out. Bro code meant so much back then. Now, keep in mind, me and this girl never dated.
We were just friends.
We were friends, same friend group. My buddy liked her, came to me and asked me if it'd be okay to ask her out. And she was just my friend. That's how much bro code meant back in the day.
Yeah, wow.
Now,
30 years later.
It's like you break up today? Okay, I'll ask her out tomorrow. I'll wait.
Right.
I'll wait till tomorrow.
I'll give her tonight.
I want you to heal.
Right.
Yeah. I don't want you to, I understand.
No, I do believe it. I think that happens more and more. It is weird because listen, that boy was just kissing your friends the other night. Like, it's weird. It's real weird.
Well, how many times when we talk about these topics, someone come in and call in or text in and be like, yeah, my girlfriend cheated on me with my best friend.
Yeah, that happens.
My girlfriend slept with my boyfriend. Like, how do proud of you. A quick couple texts. My friend tried to kiss my ex when I was in the men's restroom when I was in high school, my 10th grade year. I went to McKinley High School, class of 21. Haven't talked much since that happened. I imagine you did.
Yeah, I can understand why.
I imagine you didn't. One of my good friends always had his girlfriend around, but always complained about her and treated her badly. The more I got to know her, I realized she was actually pretty cool and started to be more of friends with her than him. Fast forward a decade, and we've been married over 7 years now. Needless to say, him and I aren't friends anymore. But it was worth it. Yeah. But you didn't like kiss her while they were dating.
Right.
You treated her badly. You got to like her. They probably broke up. Then you started dating, I suppose. And now he's not your friend. Guess that's okay. It's just rough for me, man. I don't know, man. I can't. I couldn't do it. I don't think I'd feel like the biggest,
turd.
I think I would.
No, I think there would be something to. Here's the other thing that I wouldn't be able to shake. Picturing that person that I'm now with kissing my best friend or being intimate with them.
One of the rules I've always had when I get married, I'd like to be the only one there that slept with my wife.
I've told you, I actually know somebody that would not be the case. There would be a few people in the room.
Rather not have anyone else there who's been naked with my wife.
Right.
Just call me a prude. All right. I've never been dumped for my best friend or cheated on with them, but I was the friend that the exes tried to get with. 3 of them, 1 in high school, 2 in college. I waited what I thought was a respectful amount of time and kissed 2 of them.
Oh my God.
2 years after they split. 2 years is a long time. I will grant you 2 years. I'm just saying these kids now wait like a half a day. The second one, and I got to third base. But looking back, that was a-hole behavior. I was going through that rebellious hoe phase back then.
Hey, it's a thing.
Oh, God, that is funny. I was going through my hoe phase. Oh.
Rebellious hoe phase.
Remember your rebellious hoe phase, Jake?
No, I wish I had one.
McDonald's, you ran through that, man.
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, but that wasn't really a hoe phase. I didn't sleep with a lot of them, so that doesn't count.
He said a lot of them, but he didn't say.
How many of them saw your McWiener?
I think only like 1.
Only 1.
Yeah, actually.
All right. Still, you dated almost all of them.
That's true. I did.
And you kissed them all, I'm sure.
Yeah.
On the lips.
On the mouth.
With tongue. $7:21 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Christian Jake here with you. Don't forget 8 o'clock hour, Dan and Shay tickets to give away with special guests Jake Owen and Dylan Marlowe. That's at Blossom next Friday, August 9th. You could be there. That's in the 8 o'clock hour. Be caller number 10. Also in the 8 o'clock hour, free advice Friday going on. 9 o'clock hour, Matty Zurakowski from the Hall of Fame Village will be joining us. Again, thanks for having us on the radio, streaming us at Q92radio.com, or if you're watching right now on Facebook and on YouTube, good morning to you as well. And again, go see all our pictures from the Hall of Fame game last night on our Q92 Radio on Facebook, Instagram, Threads. We're on now. Please follow us on Threads at Q92 on X. And, of course, Q92 on YouTube. Jake and I love getting new subscribers to the YouTube page. So go on over there so you can check out all videos anytime we go live, whether it be for Q92 or Q92 Sports. You can see those there. Any interviews we do with artists are on there. All kinds of content on the Q92 YouTube page. So head on over there and do that if you will. It is Friday Hall of Fame weekend here. And like I said, which event are you most looking forward to still? The speeches, the Gold Jacket dinner, the parade tomorrow, maybe the concert for legends with Carrie Underwood. You know, the first time I ever went to Hall of Fame parade, I don't know if you went growing up. Did you?
Sometimes, yeah, not every year. But we did.
I gone once in my life, and it was when the station we went there all together. I think it was like Nick, me, Megan. I'm trying to think who all went, and I had never been to the Hall of Fame parade. I didn't know how big it was.
Oh, yeah.
The first time I went, I mean, growing up in Youngstown, obviously I knew all about Hall of Fame weekend in Canton and all that, but I had never really gone to any of the events. I went to that parade, and I've been to a lot of parades in my life. I had no idea how big and extravagant the Hall of Fame parade is. I didn't know there was actually people walking big balloons down the street.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know all the marching bands were in it. I didn't know how many Hall of Famers were in it. I didn't know how big it was, how long it was. I was so impressed.
It's a big one.
And we're in it.
Yeah, that's impressive.
Q92 is in it
Q92.
tomorrow. I'm really looking forward to that. Although, you know me, I'm not the most social person.
Right.
Unless I know who you are.
Yeah.
If I know you, I'll come over. Hey, like
right.
I saw Pierre yesterday. Hall of Fame game. Our intern was at the game last night.
Oh, yeah.
And Keller and I saw her. We went over to say hi to her, and then all of a sudden I hear my name. I look, and there's Pierre Roosevelt.
Huh.
Must not have been working last night. Must have had day shift. And went over, said hi to him. I heard a couple people. It was nice meeting some listeners, having them talk to us yesterday at the game was pretty cool. But, yeah, looking forward to my first ever being in the Hall of Fame parade. So I'll probably have a hat and sunglasses on.
Yeah.
I was like, hello. Oh, don't look at me, please. Hello. Lauren, do all the waving. So, looking Looking forward to that tomorrow. Hopefully we'll see a bunch of you tomorrow. Say hello. We would throw you candy if we could. We are not allowed. Let you guys know that right now. 5 minutes away from a look at sports. Right now it's Missy Elliott, Sierra. This is Lose Control on Q92. If heaven's really just space, and we all go to you know what I mean? Because some people think we were sent here from another planet, another universe.
Yeah, but I've never been I came from outer space.
No, because that's not as glamorous as saying I was sent here by the Lord, whichever God you pray to. It's fine.
Right.
You know, I would think about stuff like, what if we really are? What if this is a simulation?
I don't know. I've never really thought about
we
it
are
like that before.
Sims.
I don't think it's that.
Is it that much crazier to think that than think that a man made us?
What do you think this
from
is
the clouds?
So, in essence, you think this is a much bigger version of the Truman Show?
Vastly, yeah. I don't know. These things I don't know. I can't. The problem is none of us can really answer any of these questions until we die.
Right.
There's no one can come back to give us the answers. Yeah, no, it's this, or no, it's just this.
But there have been all those people that have had near-death experiences that say they see the Lord. You don't believe them?
They say that.
You don't believe them?
I'd like to speak personally to someone who's yeah, I saw this. You know what I mean? This is what I saw.
Yeah.
It's clouds. Everyone gets wings. Everyone's chilling. Everyone's groovy.
And Christian, that buffet doesn't exist.
My heaven, that would be my heaven. Just an endless buffet of all the foods I like. I don't know. It's just I think about weird things like that.
Yeah.
Where do we really come from?
Well, because
how did humans really?
I do doubt the
begin
buffet
to exist on this earth.
I know.
These are wormholes I go down.
I know.
Or rabbit holes, not wormholes, but wormholes in space.
Well, it's because you're thinking about space.
Yeah. I mean, how did this planet begin creating life and living things?
Are you kidding me right now?
What?
You know how this world began.
We know what we were told. None of us were here.
But life has to come from something.
Yeah, yeah. You need carbon. You need for us, for life, for oxygen. You need oxygen. But how did it start? Did it really start with two people and an apple?
I mean,
do you believe that?
I do.
Two people just showed up?
No, I believe that God made man and God made woman.
Just made one.
Yeah, he put them together so that they would populate the earth.
Then wouldn't there be a little bit of...
What do you believe in dinosaurs?
Oh, yeah, I believe in dinosaurs.
You believe that we evolved, though, like an evolution?
I don't know.
Because, again, life has to come from life.
I don't know
how did
how
that
the dinosaurs
first
got
life form happen?
These are great questions.
I know, it's deep.
Great questions. I
Deep.
don't know. We weren't the only thing that were created. I'm saying, is there a chance maybe we were placed here?
By God, yeah.
But maybe what we think is God is actually people from another universe.
An alien? Are you trying to tell me a spaceship buzzed by and they're like,
I don't know.
This looks like a good spot. Beam them down.
I don't know what I believe either, Christian. LOL. But, ... who made God? How did he get there?
Well, God's a spirit. God's a spirit.
We're told. 7:32 right here on today's hit music, Q92. Text message, Christian, what was your favorite lunchbox as a kid? Are you kidding me? You're going to go old school lunchboxes, huh? First of all, I was a proponent of school lunches. I thought school lunches were fantastic. I think I've documented this if you followed me over the years. I went to St. Rose and Girard. I thought their school lunches were fantastic. And then I went to Warren John F. Kennedy. Shout out Kennedy. And I thought their school lunches were fantastic. I loved a hot school lunch. I didn't like bringing a lunchbox to school. But I will say, when my favorite lunchbox, I had a Transformers lunchbox. It had Optimus Prime on it, Megatron, Starscream. It was fantastic. It was red. And it had the big Transformers sticker. And I felt like a badass. I'm not going to lie to you.
That's cool.
When I walked into St. Rose with my Transformers lunchbox, it was plastic. I never want to be the brown bag kid. I wanted an actual like cool lunchbox.
Yeah, that's cool. I never had one of those. I don't think. I always had the brown bag.
Oh, you were a brown bagger?
Yeah.
Were you really?
Yeah.
You didn't go for school shopping and try to talk your mom into getting you the cool lunchbox?
I don't think so. No, I don't remember that.
Wow, that was a big thing for me. I was like, hey, listen, this only happened when I was young. I remember looking oh, gotta get a lunchbox. Look at that thermos. Took off that thermos out of the lunch. Did you open the lunchbox? There's that thermos for your drink.
Right.
Oh. It was beautiful. You got some juice in that thing. Those were the days. You guys remember your favorite lunchbox you had as a kid? Who was on it? Or were you brown bagging it like Jake? Even when you were a little kid?
I think so. I might have had a lunchbox, but I don't remember kindergarten. But
oh, come on. Gym guy here. My lunchbox was Kiss. It was amazing. You had a Kiss lunchbox. Listen, if I'd have found a Bon Jovi lunchbox back in the 80s, I'd have probably had a lot. I mean, I'd have been a little young for that, but was into cartoons. Oh no, but right now, today, I do bring a lunch. I just throw it in a paper, plastic bag. But if I was going to get a lunchbox, I would get a Bon Jovi lunchbox.
Yeah, why not?
I would get a One Tree Hill maybe lunchbox. I don't know, a Chicago Bears lunchbox. I love the brown bag because you can throw all the trash in it and throw it away when you're done. Yeah, but I would just walk over to the trash and dump out.
Yeah.
My stuff. Throw away the terrible sandwich my mom made. Also, Transformers lunchbox. You and me both, buddy. Rocking. Was it the one with Optimus Prime in the air with his leg bent, pointing his gun? Because that's the one I had. It was red. Oh, man. What was your favorite lunchbox growing up as a kid? 330-450-9292 is the phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. Kitchen Wench checking in. Happy Friday. My lunchbox was Rugrats. Wow, a Rugrats one.
I like Rugrats.
Rugrats was a great show. Had a Menudo lunchbox. That's the best thing I've heard all morning. That is fantastic. You had a Menudo lunchbox. You purposely bought that. That is fantastic. Yes, a metal one. Land of the Lost was my lunchbox. Land of the Lost. These are random. I love it. I had a Scooby-Doo lunchbox, and I thought that thing was awesome. Can't go wrong with Scooby-Doo.
Right. Scooby-Doo's the best.
My lunchbox was strawberry shortcake on the text line. I remember strawberry shortcake. I bet you don't.
I do.
Oh, do you really?
I know who it is. The
chick.
Yeah.
I had a Lisa Frank lunchbox. A Lisa Frank lunchbox? Did you really? Googling that to see what it looked like. Oh, you're fancy schmancy. Look at you. That's designer right there. Wow. I had the good old metal Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox.
Oh, good for you.
Oh, that's awesome. Remember the Dukes of Hazzard, Jake? I bet you don't.
Nope.
There were these two guys, Luke and Bo Duke, and they lived in the country somewhere. I forget where it was. They had this orange car called the General Lee, and they'd always get into trouble, and the cops would chase them, and somehow they would get away from the cops every time. There was a Boss Hogg and Roscoe Pico train and Cletus. They would chase the Duke boys. They'd never catch them, and somehow when they wouldn't catch them, they would just give up on them. They knew where they lived.
Right.
They wouldn't go to the house and arrest them. And they'd be like, oh, they got away.
Oh, well. Yeah, that's a weird one.
These guys got in a lot of adventures, Bo and Luke do. Just so you know. There are a ton of texts coming in for everyone's lunch boxes. Feel free to on the live video on Facebook and YouTube. Your favorite lunchbox growing up as a kid, what was it? We'll get to more of them coming up. It's Beyonce, Texas Hold'em on Q. I talked about this for a little bit ago. Lauren, not a fan of this. I understand. What do these scientists really know? What do these people in these rooms really know?
Yeah.
But according to metrics or whatever you want to do, again, Zeus, the dating site that I used back in the day, they found out things that will get you more responses when reaching out to women on this dating app. Listen to this. Messaging and complimenting a girl on her glasses, 39% more responses than normal. Complimenting her eyes, 11% more responses. And 13% if you compliment her tattoo. But glasses, your chances go up 39% that she writes back to you.
How in God's name would you come up with percentages like this? What did you...
I don't know.
Put out a national call. If you've got glasses and eyes...
You look at the... I guess,
and you online date, we want to talk to you.
I assume that they can look at everything that gets a response. I imagine they can see everything that goes on in the world of Zeus, I'm sorry. And that they see complimenting with glasses gets more responses. Maybe there's some... I don't know.
Why are they reading people's messages?
Because it's the internet. Everyone does it.
No, they should not be reading those. And Zeus, if it's private messaging and you're getting a compliment,
I don't know.
The only time that Zeus should be reading through those is with the FBI if there's a problem.
Please,
okay?
we're on Facebook. If you say steak, Longhorn shows up in your news feed 2 seconds later. You don't. I mean, if Facebook's allowed, I'm pretty sure Zeus is. And it even says, "Don't be afraid to be a little flirty." Listen to these words that will get you more responses. Man, I'm trying to help. 66% more responses by using the word adorable.
Here we go again.
42%, the word trouble. Oh, you're trouble. Girls like that. Ooh, stop
I know, they always giggle if you say, because you've got this line.
Stop it, Darren, enter.
Yeah, if people are like, Canton, you're like, oh, you're trouble. And they
Canton.
do laugh. They always laugh.
Well, if a girl says Canton, she'll key your car. 26% more responses if you use the word crush. I've got a little crush on you.
That's better than adorable.
You think?
Yeah.
66%. Yeah.
This goes back to our conversation last week about the difference between the terms hot and cute. Okay? Adorable is something that I would say like to describe pictures of my children when they were little.
I got you.
When they had their Easter best on.
Everyone loves their. Hold them right here on today's Hit Music Q92. Let's go back to the text. I asking you guys. Someone asked me my favorite lunchbox as a kid. I told you it was my Transformers. And a lot of you want to text in what your favorite one was that you had. Some of you are very surprised. You know, I didn't expect to get a Menudo one. That's my favorite one so far. I had a Charlie's Angels lunchbox. I remember Charlie's Angels. Didn't watch it, but remember the show. Mine was My Little Pony with a matching thermos. Oh, the Transformers one had the thermos. And it was fantastic. I almost like the thermos. I had a Rainbow Bright lunchbox, someone said. They still make Rainbow Bright. I'm too old to remember my lunchbox, LOL. Oh, yes, you can. Just think hard. I remember one year I had a cat dog lunchbox.
Cat dog?
You know what that is?
Yeah, it's a cartoon on Cartoon Network. It's like one animal, one half is a cat, one half is a dog. It's like a long, skinny wiener dog shaped thing.
Cat dog lunchbox. Nothing comes up. It was, you know, the cartoon?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna believe you. Crypto Dad checking in. I also had the Dukes of Hazzard lunchbox. Oh man, you guys are taking me back. I had a Speed Racer lunchbox back in the 70s. Remember Speed Racer?
I do not.
Go Speed Racer, go. Someone sending a picture of Boss Hog in the text line. Yeah, God rest his soul. This is Trucker Luke. I had 2 lunchboxes. One was Transformers. Yes. One was He-Man. Remember He-Man?
No, I heard you talk about it though.
Oh my God, you don't remember He-Man? He-Man was this prince. And whenever he took out his sword and pointed in the air and said, by the power of Grayskull, he became He-Man. I don't know if the video will be able to hear this, but I have it on YouTube. Probably not. I apologize for the video viewers, but just so Jay can hear this. There's an ad playing because it's YouTube.
Got it.
It's not a skippable ad. But it does say video will play after the... All right, here we go. Hold on. I have to unmute YouTube. There we go. Let me tell you the story. Huh?
No. Huh.
Yeah, no one else knew the secret, but those other, even though he just said that in the open, so anyone that listened to that would know his secret.
Right.
But yeah, that was He-Man.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's what happened. He became the most powerful man in the universe. He always had a sword. But I don't know how he found out to pull it out and say by the powers of Grayskull. Just on a whim. Oh my God, he got the power. But that's how He-Man came. I thought so. I enjoy it. Duke Boys, you don't remember that either, do you?
No.
This was the Duke Boys theme. Oh, not that you need to hear this. This is what the Duke Boys sounded like. Good old boys. Never read the art. Yeah, they were in trouble with the law the whole time.
Yeah.
Actually, I love it. Yeah. All they were. That's what they would do sometimes when they would jump their car.
Oh.
Like they'd go over like ramps and stuff like that. Somehow the cars were always fine. Yeah, no, that was the Dukes of Hazzard.
I watched that one.
I like teaching you things about television. Right. They lived in Hazard County, the Duke boys. Someone said they did. Can't forget Daisy Duke. Daisy Duke was a good-looking woman. And that's where Daisy Duke came from.
Oh, I always wondered.
Show. She wore tiny shorts.
Oh.
Yeah, she sold a lot of posters. Power Rangers lunchbox, someone said. I had a My Little Pony lunchbox. It was my favorite. And you knew My Little Pony?
Yeah.
You know their theme song?
Not off the top of my head.
Really?
My Little Pony.
Oh, yes, you absolutely know it.
I had to think
You're
about
like,
it.
I don't know it. Let me sing it for you. I sympathize with batteries. I'm not included in anything either. Never had a lunchbox. always the brown bag. Jake was the brown bag too.
Yeah.
I had the plastic rainbow bright lunchbox. All right. Good morning. I rocked the metal Holly Hobby lunchbox, and I loved it. That's a good one. Christian, your Bears looked good last night. Yeah, preseason, but yes, it was good. I had a Fraggle Rock lunchbox. Remember Fraggle Rock?
No.
Oh, come on, Jake. Never heard of Fraggle Rock?
Never heard of Fraggle Rock.
It was on HBO, I think. Fraggle Rock opening. Let's see. Nothing. This doesn't. Got an ad. Here. Dude, so many people in their car right now are remembering all these. They lived like underneath this guy's house. They would build things and hang out. Yeah, Fraggle Rock. They were Fraggles. They lived down below the house.
I don't think I remember that.
All right, I'll give you a pass on Fraggle Rock. Punky Brewster. Wow, a Punky Brewster lunchbox. I love strawberry shortcake lunchbox, but after that, my lunchbox turned into the brown paper lunch bag. LOL. G.I. Joe lunchbox. G.I. Joe.
Yeah.
I had a Happy Days lunchbox. It had the Fonz on it. Oh, that's fantastic. It was badass. You can't forget about He-Man's sister, She-Ra, Princess of Power. Oh, I remember She-Ra. She-Ra was kind of hot for a cartoon. I also had Thundercats. A Thundercats. That's a fantastic lunchbox. You forgot to tell Jake about Daisy Duke. No, we just had the Daisy Duke conversation. Possum on a gum bush.
No idea.
Don't know what that. Did I just get tricked into saying something?
No, maybe.
All right. I forget how young Jake is sometimes. Yeah, no, he's only 20, 24, 25.
25.
I was watching the Dukes of Hazzard and missed Len Barker's perfect game. It was worth it that day. Does Jake know Lamb Chop's sing along?
No.
You know who Lamb Chop is?
I do not.
Really? Well, you wouldn't. Hold on. Now you guys just want me to play theme song. Let me see here. Hear this?
I don't think so.
I wasn't a huge Lamb Chop fan, but Lamb Chop was huge, without a doubt. Jessica Simpson is Daisy Duke. Jessica Simpson played a hell of a Daisy Duke. I had a Ninja Turtles lunchbox in the shape of one of their heads. Well, that's fantastic. These texts keep coming. Where's Lauren? We've been telling you all morning. She's at her daughter's college orientation today.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Christian, I'm glad you have a kid to play with. You are a big one. I consider myself a kid sometimes. Absolutely. They should redo the old cartoons like Thundercats, Voltron, and Tailspin. They did redo Voltron. It's on Netflix, by the way, just so you guys know. You know what I mean? More text coming. I'll try to get as many as I can. It's Q92.
Yep.
So I asked Jake, you were out of the room? I go, Jake, have you ever woken up and seen a demon? He laughed and was like, no, never. I, too, have had dreams before. Many dreams in my life. I've never woke up and thought I saw a demon.
Yeah, me either.
Lauren, you ever see a demon?
No.
That's 0 for 3. Who the hell made this statement?
Where did the article come from?
There's no article.
Oh, it's just a statement.
It just says if you've ever woken up unable to move and felt like there was someone or something in the room with you, you might have experienced sleep paralysis. This happens, blah, blah, blah. Then it goes on. Many people report feeling a presence in a room with them during sleep paralysis, with some even seeing figures that seem real. Studies have shown that a significant percentage of people experience these sensations. This phenomenon has been depicted in various forms of art, literature, sometimes being interpreted as encounters with ghosts or supernatural beings or demons.
Huh.
Who the hell's seen a demon? You ever have sleep paralysis? I have not.
I have not either.
Jake?
Luckily.
No.
I think that would be terrifying.
That would be more scary than a demon to me. If I woke up and I couldn't move,
Yeah.
that would be fear. What is happening? Well, I can't move anything.
That would be awful. Because I'd be like, what's wrong with me?
Come on. Has anyone ever seen a demon? Anyone ever wake up and see someone looking over them? No.
Oh, I mean, that happens. But it's usually, you used to be like my kids, getting up in the middle of the night to let me know that they didn't feel good. And you'd open your eyes and you'd have a kid right there. And you're like,
son of a bitch. Don't do that. Don't you do that.
Oh, they got the talking to at one point because it scared the crap out of me the once. I'm like, you have to touch me. Like, I want you to take your hand and put it on my arm. You know what I mean? And then say, Mom,
wake me.
Don't stand there until I open my eyes.
Like the girl from the Ring movie.
Like a creepy weirdo.
Yeah, no, I get that. You're afraid to wake your parents. Because I remember when I
you
would
don't
try
want
to
get in trouble.
When I wanted to stay in my parents' room and it was storming,
yeah,
I would do that. I would sit there and be like, stare at my dad like, he's going to be mad. He's going to be mad. I'm scared, but he's going to be mad when I wake him up. Someone texted in, my ex. That's not a demon.
I have one, too, on Facebook. Amy said her ex-husband.
Saw demons?
No, I think she
her ex-husband.
She saw her and saw him.
Text message. I used to wake up and see demons every day. That divorce was the best thing I ever bought. See, I think we're having fun. Never saw a demon, but tried chewing my arm off when I woke up as to try not to awake who was lying beside me.
What?
Never saw a demon, but tried chewing my arm off when I woke up as to try not to awake who was lying beside me.
Yeah, I don't know.
That's how it came in. I don't know if that was a bad talk to text. Look and tried to chew. I have sleep paralysis. It's so scary. You can hear everything. You can see things. Everything is going on around you, but you cannot move your body. You breathe deeply, and you're trying so hard to move, but you just can't. That's hell.
Oh, my gosh. That would be, I feel so bad. Like, I feel for you. That would be absolutely, absolutely terrifying.
A couple texts we'll get to here. I'm 61 and still love He-Man. My 40s, I still love G.I. Joe. Thank you for the trip down memory lane. The 80s rock. They were pretty fun. Christian, what was the light being down the field yesterday? Was it huge looking up at everything? Yeah, you don't realize how huge these humans are until you're on. You don't understand. Unbelievable. Absolutely loving the show this morning with all the memories being unlocked. Oh, yeah, I just unlocked all of those damn parts. All of them. My lunchbox was the Fox and the Hound. I remember that one. Okay. Got that one. Hanna-Barbera cartoons were the best. He did a good job. I had a strawberry shortcake lunchbox with the soup thermos. Who doesn't love the soup thermos? And I saw someone, Amy, on Facebook. I remember my Smurfs lunchbox. Remember the Smurfs?
I do remember the Smurfs.
All right. They came around in the 80s.
Huh.
Smurfette, Papa Smurf, Hefty Smurf, Brainy Smurf.
I don't know.
No?
I just knew Papa Smurf.
Yeah. It was kind of all of our papas, you know?
Yeah.
There were these little blue guys.
Yeah. Little white hats.
Yeah. Yep. They just sort of hung around. La, 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 la. That's what they sang every day. There you go. Good memory lane trip, everybody. Lunchbox. Chainsmokers and Halsey closer on Q. Question for you guys. I actually stole this from a girl I know that posted this on her social media yesterday.
Okay.
And she wanted people's opinion. I thought it's interesting. The status is you all know it's okay to date multiple people when you're single, right? Like, right?
Okay.
I kind of agree.
Yeah.
You're single.
You are single. I mean, if you're not,
you can go on multiple dates. You don't have to be like, well, I went on one date with this guy, so I can't see anyone else.
No.
I don't believe that.
No, I don't believe that either.
And people were arguing, saying, no, that's like, you're a jerk, you're a player. I'm like, I don't think so. If you're going on dates,
there's a difference.
You're single, you're going on dates.
I would hope that you would have that conversation if you decide to get into a committed relationship. At which point, then, no, going out with someone else would probably be frowned upon, like cheating.
Yeah.
But if you are just meeting new people and trying to figure out where you want to land or who you want to date, I think it's totally fine.
Yeah, I don't have a problem with that. If you're single, you're going on dates. Like now, if I look at it the other side. If I was a guy and I was like, oh, Susan, would you like to go on a date? She's like, yeah, just so you know, though, I'm dating other people. I'm single. I maybe contradictory. I would probably be like, she's going on dates all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I might not be as interested.
Yeah.
But I couldn't sit there and be like, can't believe her.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know that I'd be as interested.
Now
that's hypocritical. But that's if I asked her, and we were just talking, and she was like, just so you know, I'm seeing other people right now. I'm single, trying to, I don't know. That might be a little turnoff to me, and I know that's hypocritical. Because the statement by itself, if you're single, can you go on multiple dates? I'm like, hell yeah, you can. You're single. You're not in a relationship.
No, I think the younger you are, the harder it is because you get kind of selfish or like that's like you feel like it's a dig at you, like you're not interesting enough to be dated solo or
maybe that's it. It's an ego hit. You take that as like a little ego hit, like,
right.
That's
what I'm saying. Like when I first met Tony, he was dating somebody else. And when I found that out, I was like, will you call me when that ends?
Yeah. I'll see you when you're not dating that person.
Right.
But dating and going on dates are two different things.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like I've been seeing a guy for a while. Like, well, okay. I don't have a problem with that. You're single. Go on date. How are you supposed to find who
the
you
right one?
Yeah.
Right. That's true.
You can't just sit at home and decide I'm going to date you starting now.
Yeah.
You might go on a date with someone you liked and find out they were awful. That sucks.
Yeah.
You go on a date and you're like, well, this is terrible. Thank God I'm at Papa Bear's.
For that good cavatelli
and meatball. Everything's going to be just
save
fine.
the evening.
Hey, this meatball almost makes your miserable personality worth hanging out with.
Right.
Jake, your thought?
I agree with it. I've never done it. I've never went on more than one date with more than one girl in a given
not
time period.
Player. Yeah.
But I agree with it. Like, if it's not serious, then why not?
Yeah.
Yeah. Would it bother you, though, if you
Yeah.
See?
It would. a little bit.
And that's why you probably have never done it to anybody else either, because you would hate it.
Yeah.
I'm the same way, and I realize that those two thoughts are hypocritical of each other.
Mm-hmm.
But I would be if I asked a girl out and I guess I would appreciate that she told me that.
Yeah.
Because she's not hiding anything, but I think the male fragile ego in me would be a turnoff.
Mm-hmm.
And I hate that because I'm telling you I'm a hypocrite, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
.806 right here on today's hit music. Q92. Christian, Jake here with you. Lauren out today. She's at her daughter's college orientation today. She'll be back on the show Monday, and she'll be back with me tomorrow in the Hall of Fame parade. Her and I will be in a car together. So look for us to go down the street very slowly waving at all of you. I'm excited to be in that parade. That's tomorrow morning. But yeah, she is out today. College orientation. It is that time of year already. Kids, if you're listening right now, you got what, 2-3 weeks?
Yeah, that's scary.
Like you got 2, 3, maybe some of you 4, because some wait till after Labor Day to go back.
Yeah, even colleges go back. Like my brother has like 10 days.
And he's back in college.
Yeah.
Where's he go?
Ohio State.
Damn. He goes back, like for classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, believe it or not. Although I think it's been a good summer. I think we all got to go on vacation. Some of you are still going on your vacation. It's crazy to think about, but I mean, college is going to be starting up. High school is going to be starting up. I mean, we're sitting here because Jake and I's lives both are affected by the sports coverage you do here at the radio station.
Yeah.
And we're, 2.5 weeks or 3 weeks away, if that, from high school football starting. The 22nd.
That's crazy.
Like, that's starting.
Yeah.
That's when you know summer's.
It's so sad. Every year it's like summer's over. It's like,
I know.
Sad face.
Just telling our sales guy, Mark, we were talking about things when you get older. I remember being a kid, and listeners, if you feel this way, I'll bet you feel the same way. And you remember when you were a child, and it felt like a Saturday lasted forever?
Yeah.
You'd be outside playing all day with your friends, riding bikes, being outside, swimming, playing basketball. And you come home and you'd still just be laying around watching TV, whatever. As I got older, video games at night. But, like, it felt like a day lasted forever.
Right. Yeah.
Now, like, it's January, I fart, and it's August.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Time does go a lot faster
I just
when
feel
you
like
have obligations and
a
life
the
to
real
live.
world
Right.
and mortgage and bills and car payments.
Yeah.
And I remember being a kid. It felt a day felt like forever, especially in the summer. Felt like forever. It was awesome.
Yeah.
Wake up, find your friends, go hang out, maybe ride a bike to his house, do whatever. You come home at 5 for dinner. You want to go right back out with your friends or do something right afterwards. Now I go home. I'm like, when can I go to bed?
Right.
Is it too early to go to sleep right now? But that's just crazy how that changes as you get older. Really, really is. 330-450-9292. Christian and Jake here with you. Hope you guys are having a good start to your day. Now, this hour, we got a couple things here for you. One, we got a pair of concert tickets to give away. Dan and Shay with Jake Owen and Dylan Marlowe are coming to Blossom Music Center a week from today. A week from today. And we are going to give away tickets this hour. We're going to hit that cue to call. When we do, if you're caller number 10, you're going. It's that simple. Plus, it's a free advice Friday. Who wouldn't want advice from Jake and myself on anything that is bothering you in life? I think Jake's advice could be fantastic.
Oh, for sure.
You know what? I might make this a Jake-only free advice Friday.
Uh-oh. Okay, let's do it.
Where Jake has to give you advice for any problem you have in life, any question you have about life. Jake is going to have to give you he might give you some great advice. You can handle it?
I feel like yeah, sure. I feel like sometimes I do get good advice.
Who needs advice on anything in life? It's a free advice Friday. Normally, Lauren and I do it. We help you guys out to the best of our abilities. But I think I want to turn it over to Jake this morning.
Okay, let's do it.
You are on the couch with Jake. You're sitting, you're comfortable. Jake has his glasses on. He has his legal pad, his pen. And he's ready to listen to you with his legs crossed, sitting in a chair.
Okay.
With a pipe.
A pipe.
And he's ready to just hear your problems and give you the advice you need. So what? Is it a work? Some of you could use advice on a work issue, a family issue, a home issue, a friend issue. Something as simple as, should I go see Wolverine and Deadpool? I need to go see that. You're not into that stuff, are you?
I'm not. I've heard good things, though.
Oh, it's fantastic. Everyone says it's the best movie ever. So Free Advice Friday. Send in what you need advice on. Later on this hour, Dan and Shay tickets to give away. It's all coming up right now. It's Tommy Richmond and $1 Million Baby on Q. Still should watch Roadhouse. Someone wants to know. Hold on. Does Jake get scared of thunderstorms? Jake, your thoughts on thunderstorms?
I kind of like thunderstorms. I'll go out and watch them.
If you saw a funnel cloud, have you ever seen one?
Not really. Not up close.
I'm gonna not lie and say I've seen one. It didn't touch down, but I saw it the rotation. I've never been more scared of my life.
I would sit there for a minute, but then I would go.
Okay.
Take shelter.
We all know I went from being absolutely petrified to just enamored now. I'm like Jake. I'd be outside.
Yeah.
Even with the sirens going off, trying to see something.
Now, to be fair, would I be just as scared now? I don't know, because I was younger. I was a teenager because it was. I remember my dad pointing it out. My dad's been gone 22 years. Yeah, 22 years.
My dad taught me a lot about how to like judge weather just by looking like what to look for. So I'm grateful he taught me that. So I kind of, I'm not gonna say I'm gonna kind of expert, but there's things I can tell and look.
I get nervous when it gets still.
That is a sign.
Or like if the sky starts turning and it's not sunset, like different shades of orange and purple.
You are. Christian and Jake here with you. Again, Lauren out today. Her daughter's college orientation going on. So she's doing that. Free Advice Friday, but Jake's going to be sending out the advice today. There's a couple good ones here, especially one. There's a long one story to tell you. It's interesting. Text message. I think this one's a little tongue-in-cheek. Let's say, hypothetically, I work fast food and I'm single. How would I line up my prospective girlfriends? By height or age?
What?
Lining up his prospective girlfriends. Should he line them up by height or age?
Height or age? Age.
You go age first?
Yeah.
You would say, how old is everyone? Get them all lined up and then put them, obviously, oldest first, right?
Right.
Okay. So that's how Jake would do it. If you really want to know, he'd go age first. Jake, I really want an in-ground lap pool. Should I spend the money on it, or should I just take scuba lessons?
Scuba? I feel like scuba lessons and a pool are different.
Well, yes.
You would get a pool to. Are you getting the pool to dive and to practice that, or are you just getting the thing to swim?
An in-ground lap pool. So I mean, big, probably a deep end, a shallow end, but something you could swim back and forth and do laps in.
Right.
So obviously, if they're talking about a pool and scuba lessons, they love the water.
They do.
So the question is, spend the money on an in-ground pool, or just take scuba lessons.
Those are two different things, though. Completely different things. You take scuba lessons to learn how to scuba dive and go into the ocean. You get a pool to swim at your house.
You do have pool parties.
Yeah. Those aren't
maybe
the same.
Exercise.
Yeah, those aren't if I can't have this, I might as well do that. They're completely different things.
It would make more sense if they said above ground or in-ground pool.
Or just use my friend's house or go to the Y or something. But
if it was you and you had to choose one, you're going to spend the money on something. You're going to obviously spend more on the pool.
Right.
Than scuba lessons. But you'd get more out of the pool, I think.
If I had the money, I get the pool. And then if I really had money, I'd probably just pay somebody to upkeep it for me.
So you would say get the in-ground pool.
Yeah, I say get the pool if the money's feasible.
I mean, how often, even if you get scuba lessons, how often are you going to go scuba diving?
Right, exactly.
Especially in Ohio.
Yeah.
You go to the bottom of Congress Lake. What do you know what I mean?
Right, yeah.
So I agree with your advice on that one. I really do. Let me see. Here's a serious one, but it's for you because you're doing the advice. This one is serious. I have a family member who is an addict. My grandma has enabled him for years and years, lying for him to the family and had made it clear that he is her first priority. Even though I have tried to help her over and over, after years of dealing with it, I've decided to cut ties with her. Sometimes I feel bad because she's my grandma and she loves my kids, but their chaos had taken up so much of my life, and I refuse to let it affect my kids. Am I the bad person here?
I don't think so. I think it's although it sucks and it's terrible, I think it's kind of healthy to kind of cut ties with people that you have to keep your sanity. If things are that bad, you don't need that in your life. You don't want that around your kids. So I feel like even though it's not the best case scenario and it does suck, it
does.
It's probably the best idea.
I'm sure it does. Yeah, you do. You have some kids to protect.
Yeah.
No one wants to cut ties with family. I don't believe. No one ever sets out and goes, you know what? This is going to be awesome.
Right.
I'm going to ignore my aunt or my brother or my mom or my dad. No one likes that. But I also agree with you there. If it's gotten to a point where a family member's an addict and the grandma's helping with that, and it's just a lot to deal with, and you have your own kids you're trying to keep on the straight path and keep away from that kind of stuff, because who wants their kid around that kind of stuff?
Right. Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't think you're the bad guy. I don't think you're the bad guy. I'm sure it stinks. I'm sure it wasn't easy. I'm sure sometimes you still miss that, but it's your family. I'm sure you miss them, but I think you're doing right by your kids. And I guess I would just tell you, never close the door completely.
Yeah, I guess.
Root for them to get better.
Right.
I understand it might not happen, but root for them to get better. People sometimes people change their lives around,
Yeah, sometimes.
Another one for you. These are getting serious, Jake.
Uh-oh.
People aren't joking with you today.
I know.
I thought this was going to be all tongue in cheek, but they're like, no, Free Advice Friday. That's what it is. How to handle unsupportive family. We have started a few new business ventures, and my partner's side of my family is constantly making petty and unsupportive remarks. It's not going to stop us from moving forward with our lives, but it can be really hard to deal with at times. How do I deal with unsupportive family who make petty and unsupportive remarks.
Okay, so I kind of feel you on this one.
Do you really?
Yeah. When I started my business, my mom wasn't unsupportive, but she didn't think it was going to go anywhere. Like she every time I bought a new inflatable, she yelled at me and told me to save my money.
Really?
Yeah. So, I just say do it. Believe in your business and just do it, because 5 years ago I didn't think I would be where I am today, but now have over 11 inflatables and I'm rented out every weekend. So
you're still looking to grow the business.
And I am. Yeah, we're still growing. So I just say just do it. Just don't take what they say personally, and just kind of believe in yourself and believe if your partner believes in you, then you guys know that you have a good thing going, and just kind of do it.
And listen, anytime you start a business on your own, it takes balls. I don't care what it is. If it's inflatables, you're a landscaping company. I don't care. I'm just throwing things out that's coming on the top of my head. Anytime someone says, I'm going to start my own business, that takes balls.
It does.
It takes balls. Sometimes you're gambling with money in your future.
It's a big risk.
And there are always going to be some people, no matter what, and it might even be people that love you to death. Your mom loves you to death. Your
right.
Mom
yeah.
You know what I mean? But there's going to be people that are going to doubt you, and there's going to be people that are going to question what you're doing. Some out of cynicism and because they don't have the balls to do something like that. And some, they honestly care about you. It's just like in your case, your mom worried that you're wasting money and time in your life.
Right.
So I don't think hers is from a spiteful place.
No, not at all.
But the petty comments and unsupportive remarks, that's not going to work, you're going to fail, like, that can suck.
Yeah.
That can suck to hear when you're trying your best to start a business that you believe in, that you want to do. And I again, anyone that does this, it takes balls. So congratulations to anyone like Jake or like you that is like, I'm going to try to start my own business. Even if it fails, you tried. You tried. You tried to do something that a lot of people don't have the guts to do. So I would keep doing it. It sucks when people that you care about and love are not being supportive. They don't have to kiss your ass, but you'd think they'd at least be supportive and not make, like you said, unsupportive, petty comments. But everyone, everyone's got an opinion. Everyone's an armchair quarterback. But that sucks. I would just try to keep your head up, keep moving forward, bust your ass at your business or businesses, it says here.
Yeah, and then just prove them wrong at the end.
Yeah, and then they'll come around.
Yeah,
and then you get to be like, told you so.
Right.
Told you this would work. Interesting. A lot of advice coming in today. Love it. We have two. I see. Well, 2-3 more in the text line. We will get to them right now, though. Florida Georgia Line and Nelly Cruz sports after that. Then back to a free advice Friday. And don't forget, Dan and Shay tickets to give away on Q. The old feed of the Book of Faces. A break for turtles picture.
Yeah.
It says break for turtles. If you see a turtle on the road, slow down, pull over to the side of the road, and when it's safe, help them across in the same direction they were going. Use both of your hands to hold them at the sides near the end of their shells and lift them up to move. Always keep your hands away from their faces. Never pick them up by the tail. You can damage their vertebrae. Save a turtle, be conscious of wildlife, and slow down. Now, I have driven for many years in life. I have come across possums, raccoons, deer, dogs, cats. I even think one time I saw a bobcat, possibly a little bear.
Wow.
I don't think I've ever geese, ducks. I have never in my life come across a turtle crossing the street.
I have, and just recently.
A turtle?
Mm-hmm. Like a couple weeks ago.
What road was this?
It was the road leading up to our house.
Are you sure it was a turtle?
Oh, we're positive. We waited until he got across the road. Like I stayed there so no cars would come and hit it.
Jake, have you ever seen
I think I talked about this.
She did. I have not. My brother this weekend saw 2 turtles.
I think Nicolina saved one this weekend too.
A turtle?
Yeah.
In the road?
Mm-hmm. It's a thing.
Never in my life have I witnessed this.
But do you know
I've been
what?
alive for many years. I'm an old man.
Are you going to tell them what you said off air, though?
Well, I'm not going to lie. I would think, now listen, there's probably a limit, but I would think a turtle could take a hit.
I said, what do you think that their shells are made out of?
I don't know.
Shatter them
It's pretty. You ever knock on a turtle shell?
I get
pretty
that.
solid.
A little knock is different than a vehicle that weighs.
Oh, okay, a semi truck. No, it's probably going to be dead.
I don't care if it's a Prius. It's going to kill it.
No, I would think a Honda Accord.
Geo Metro.
I would think a Honda Accord would not kill it.
Yes, it would.
It would. I don't know. I don't know.
150%.
I was at the Akron Zoo, and they have this turtle that's like 100 and some years old, almost 200. That shell ain't cracking. That ain't cracking. Not for a Chevy Cobalt.
Okay, but why would anyone want to run over a turtle?
Well, I'm not saying you want to, but I'm just saying, A, I didn't realize this was an issue with turtles.
Yes, of course it is.
I've never seen one on the road in my life.
They've got to travel, too.
And B, I do believe that at some level they could take a car. Not, again.
No.
Can they take a tank? No.
Maybe like a little Tykes car or something.
No.
Yes. Christian, if you stepped on a turtle, you would break its shell.
First of all, no one would ever step on a turtle. That's like the cruelest
thing. Someone might run one over.
If they saw it in time and they just, I think they'd be okay.
I don't think so. I think they'd be flat as a pancake and it'd be awful. Speaking
of,
yes. Do you want to know what happened this weekend?
With a turtle?
A frog.
Well, now a frog's going to die if you run it over.
Oh, yes.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
So Saturday night, we hung out. We were doing our whole Memorial Day celebrations, whatever. My daughter got bit. My daughter is allergic to mosquito bites. So the minute she gets one, she like swells and she gets that red ring around it that kind of swells too.
Okay.
So we had to go home and get her medicine to put on it.
Fair enough.
When we got home, my son ran home with us too because he wanted to grab a couple things from the house. When we got home, there was a toad. My son saw it and it was a big toad. And so all I did was I walked into the garage and I grabbed a shovel and all I did was like bang it a little bit behind him and he was like, oop, oop, oop. And I got him to hop into the grass. So I'm like, you're in the clear, dude. Stay out of the driveway. It's dangerous. So anyhow, we come home like an hour and a half later for the night. And my husband let us all out of the car before he pulled the car into the garage. And my son and my daughter and myself were standing there. And all of a sudden we hear this.
Your husband ran over the frog that you saved? Oh.
He sure did. And then the saddest part was there was another smaller one that was like standing there, like staring like, I swear it had that look on his face. Like, what did you do to Thomas? Like, you know.
Carl? Carl, you all right? 8:35 right here on today's hit music. It is Q92. Christian Jake here with you on a Friday morning, and Lauren out today for daughter's college orientation. We're doing a free advice Friday Jake edition. He's the one giving the advice today, and a lot of you are coming through here, and they're serious ones.
Yeah.
Start off with a couple jokes. One, these are serious ones, and this one's staying serious, Jake. So need your seriousness.
I'm ready.
My mom passed away in 22. And I'm trying to cut ties with my family due to lack of information and meanness to my wife. I'm not sure what the lack of information is. Like you don't have information on what happened to your mom? Is that what you're trying to say? Trying to cut ties with my family due to lack of information and meanness to your wife. So your family is not respecting or treating your wife well. I understand that. Not sure about the lack of information, what that means, or if that's a typo. So I apologize if I'm not figuring that out. But Jake, mom died in 2022.
Okay.
Trying to cut ties with family, and we know for a fact mean to the wife. Me personally, I would ask, have you talked to your family about respecting your wife more? Have you tried that route yet? Being like, hey, listen, this is my wife. Some of you guys are kind of being a little harsh, a little unfair. I love her. I'd like you guys to at least, I'm not saying you got to kiss her ass. I think you could probably stop being a-holes to her.
I agree. I think talking first, at least trying that route first, is a good idea.
Yeah. And
if that doesn't work, then I guess you got to do what you got to do.
Yeah, if your wife feels disrespected and you feel she's being disrespected and you try to have a conversation and they either don't want to hear it or it changes nothing, you've tried that route. You've tried the, I think, fair route. At that point, then you got to make a decision. It's not easy. You got to make a decision whether you cut. I hate to tell anyone to cut ties with their family unless they absolutely have to. Yes, I have the lack of information, anything to do for financial stuff for a state of the belongings I'm supposed to get. So they're leaving you out of like what's going on with the will or her estate and things like that. And aren't you?
I feel like that's illegal.
Yeah, I feel like you're entitled to that. I don't know the laws when it comes to that, but I feel like you're entitled to know.
Yeah.
If you're in that or not, especially if she had a will or had something set up with a lawyer.
Especially if you're in the will, you need.
Yeah, I would
seek legal advice on that one.
Yeah, if she left legal documentation on what should happen with her stuff and belongings, I mean that's got to be documented somewhere. If you got with a lawyer and put all that together, I would look into that big time. That sucks. I'm sorry that's happening to you and your family. Yeah, so I would maybe for that part, if there's like something like that with the estate or a will and money, and no one's even letting you know what the deal is, and they're keeping you in the dark, I would feel like as a son or daughter, you would have absolute right to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
I would maybe contact someone on that one. As far as being nice to the wife, like I said, I would try the conversation route. That's my opinion. And if not, maybe I would tell everyone to pee off.
Right. Yeah.
Go kick rocks, as they say.
Kick rocks.
I tried to be an adult about this. I tried to have a conversation. You guys don't want to have a conversation. You guys want to keep disrespecting my wife. So you know what? We won't be around for you to disrespect my wife anymore. You guys want to act like adults? Let us know.
Right.
Wife is getting ready to have our first baby in like a couple days. Christian, were you scared or nervous? What did you do leading up to it? I was scared. No. Nervous. Yes. Because a lot of unknowns, everything going to be all right with the wife. Is everything going to be all right with the kid?
Yeah.
There's going to be a problem. There's a lot of what ifs and scenarios. I wouldn't say scared, but I was definitely nervous. Absolutely nervous. Like my life's going to change. Oh, boy, did it. Like my life's going to change the second this baby's here. And boy, did it. So don't let the negative thoughts get you, because it is to this day remains the greatest thing ever to happen to me. And it is everything. When you see that baby for the first time, when you hold that baby for the first time, it is just, can't explain it. I could try to for hours. It is an unbelievable feeling. You're in awe, you're in shock, you're in love immediately with someone you just met.
Right.
Fresh out. You know what I mean?
I love you. You created this stuff.
Yeah, and you have a love in your heart, as cheesy as that may sound, that you didn't even know. You have a part of your heart you can reach now you didn't even know you existed. You didn't even know you could. And you don't even know the person yet. It's crazy, and it gets even better. It's awesome right now. Little Jimmy's about to start. He's walking a little bit.
Oh,
he can do the whole if you were holding him right now, and you let him go, he could walk over to me.
Progress.
He still isn't
He's still a little scared
on his own, but man, we're probably a week or two away from all hell breaking loose. Good morning, guys. Need some advice. How do I just be happy? I would say I'm one bad or stub toe away. I'm truly just sad. Sorry to bring the vibe down. I'm sorry you feel that way. I think we all go through ruts in life. I've had ruts in life.
Yeah.
Where there were, days, weeks where I wasn't high on myself, wasn't high on my life where I'm at. There's times I've been down because of where I was at professionally. Times when I've been down and out over where I was socially, physically. I mean, there's a lot of times I've,
Right.
I think we all go through ebbs and flows.
We do.
And there's times where we love our life. There's times we're really happy with life. And there's times, man, we're like, what's next?
Yeah.
What bad thing's going to happen next? And life's hard. Someone said to me years ago, and it was like a joke, but it's true. Life's hard.
Yeah.
It can be hard. And that
true.
stinks. And I want you to be happy. And it's easier said than done. It's easy for me to say, well, I want you to be happy. Go be happy.
Right. Yeah.
Oh, just like that?
Yeah, that's not how it works.
I know things I lean on when I'm down a lot. I lean on things that help me. For me, little things that help me. Music.
Yeah.
Vibing out. There's some music. There's songs I'll go to that can help me get through things. I'm someone who loves to laugh. A lot of times when I'm down on something, I will I'll put on movies that I think are funny.
Right.
Make me laugh.
Yeah, and the same thing. I when I was down in past life experiences, I watched YouTube comedy shows.
Did you?
Yeah.
See that? I do things like that. It'll kind of that's a good idea. Get me to get into a better mood, or at least make me laugh for a second, forget something for a second.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's something I would do. Also, and you guys know I've said this before, move the furniture in your house.
Oh yeah, you're big on that.
Sometimes when life is giving you a bad vibe, you got to change the feng shui.
Yep.
I've said this before. Anytime I stopped dating a girl, if I was actually dating her, one of the first things I'd do is move the furniture in my house and give it a good deep clean. Maybe the couch goes on this wall now. Maybe the TV goes on that wall now. Maybe the recliner goes into that corner. And give myself a whole new vibe. And I clean too. And I just feel like that kind of gives me a
fresh start.
It kind of symbolizes, and it kind of gives me a whole new vision of things. Think about it that way. I'm gonna look at things a little different now. Bad things happen in my life. I'm gonna look at things a little different. Mainly, I'm gonna look at it from the couch over there on that wall. And I'm telling you, there's something to that. I'm not saying, oh my God, all my problems are solved, but okay.
Yeah, I agree with that.
Okay.
That can help in
Hobbies
some way.
can help. I'm getting back into sports card collecting. You have a hobby, collecting something, doing it, or maybe you like to read. Turn to the things that make you happy. Turn to some of those. But me and Jake said done the same thing. I kind of look for programs, whether it's a movie, a comedy show, things that I know will at least temporarily make me laugh, make me smile.
Right.
Because that can help, I believe. Don't know if that helps you, but there you go. Let me see. I don't know if it's the same one. Oh, the guy texts back, said she did not have a will. At some point, then you got to make a decision. Make a decision out of it's not easy. You got to make a decision. I don't know if that was talk to text or what. Yeah, no, it's sometimes you just have to. Sometimes you have to make. Sometimes you got to make tough decisions in life. And this is deep. This Free Advice Friday.
It is.
Lauren's gonna be so mad she missed this.
Yeah, I know. It's a good one.
This is like Lauren would be in her heyday right now.
Yeah, she would.
Sorry, Lauren, you picked the wrong
Sorry,
Friday. Someone texts, watch Matt Rife videos. He will cheer you up and make you laugh. Whoever your comedian is. I love Chappelle. I love Bill Burr. You know what I mean? I love Burt Kreischer. Those are some of the comedians I'm into right now. And I will turn to those things because they can make I can see him right now. He was a writer for SNL. He's on SNL sometimes as a host. And he has like 4 or 5 comedy specials on Netflix, and I can't think of his name right now, and I can see his face. But there's a lot of maybe comedians, things like that you can turn to on a Free Advice Friday. So much advice going out today. And don't forget Dan and Shay tickets coming up as well this hour. Someone text in, a big way to feel happy could be volunteering or giving back to your community in some way. It's a great feeling to know you're making a difference and committing to something that gets you out and gives you responsibility. It's also good for your mental health. That's true, too. If you went out, maybe help some people less fortunate.
Right.
Sometimes it can give you a little perspective.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Empathy, perspective, and a sense of worth. Like, look, I'm helping people. Like,
Yeah.
and that can help you out, too.
That's a good idea.
To the person who's unhappy. John Mulaney, thank you, whoever texted that in. John Mulaney, he's a comedian I really laugh at when I watch his specials as well. Thank you, text line, whoever figured that out for me. It's Ariana Grande, We Can't Be Friends on Q92. Ariana Grande, We Can't Be Friends right here on today's Hit Music Q92. That's your cue to call. We got Dan and Shay tickets to give away with special guests Jake Owen and Dylan Marlowe at Blossom next Friday, August 9th. If you want to go, just be caller number 10 right now, 330-450-9292. Caller 10, Dan and Shay, good luck.
Congratulations to
we always we talk about OnlyFans a lot on this show.
Yeah, we do.
A lot. And I somehow popped up in my algorithm, and I got a little upset because it's from like a year or two ago. But it's interesting because we have often debated whether you should be able to have certain careers and be OnlyFans. We have talked about the teachers in particular. I have tried in vain to defend the teachers a little bit. I usually lose that argument. But I've tried to say, but people mostly say, no, you can't. They were kids.
This was only
Can't do it.
This was 18 months ago, just so you know.
Yeah, I know, but
no, I know that. I'm just saying to date it, like it's still.
Yeah, it's not like years ago.
Exactly.
Yeah.
It's funny to me that 18 months ago we're still having these same conversations.
I couldn't find the resolution.
Oh, really?
No. All I could find
thought
was
I saw that.
All I could find was the investigation. I typed in, was she fired?
Well, she resigned.
All right, so she wasn't fired.
Correct. It says in this that they suspended her, and then it came out that she had resigned. That she was just like, you know what? I'm done. I don't need this.
She was a Detroit police officer. And you want to know how she got discovered she had an OnlyFans page? One of her subscribers was pulled over by her and recognized her. Can you imagine that?
Awkward.
Wait a minute.
Well, because
I pay $10 a month for you.
The nature of her OnlyFans account wasn't like feet. It was
it was stuff. It was stuff. She made what you might call pornographic videos.
Yeah.
And I will say I did read that her uniform might have been used.
Which is, no. Hello. Use some common sense. You're a police officer.
I won't argue that she probably shouldn't have used or she should have got generic, like Halloween.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
nothing
where it
with
just
DPD
says,
on it.
Yeah, it just says like cop on the badge. You know what I mean? Or
right.
Sheriff, like we all had when we were kids. Like that would have been, I think, a little better.
Yeah.
But okay, if I concede that maybe teachers shouldn't have it, well, I tried, and like I said, I lost, but I tried. Now, a police officer? Should they also not be allowed?
Correct.
Why?
Christian.
Nothing
Where is this world's moral compass? So growing up, and I know the world has changed, but not necessarily for the better. Okay?
Well, that's fair. That's fair.
So when we're growing up, there were people that your parents told you that you could trust and look up to. What were the top two?
Police.
And?
Fireman.
And? A teacher.
A teacher. Okay.
Law enforcement, like first responders, teachers, and then possibly like someone in your church. Like if you went to church. I'm talking about when we were kids.
All right.
Okay?
Isn't that when it was happening?
And that's not a blanket statement anymore either today that all churches are bad and that you can't trust anybody. That's not true. There will always be one bad apple that ruins it for the rest of us.
and Shay with Jake Owen and Dylan Marlowe, August 9th at Blossom Music Center. Can you just tell me what radio station is hooking you up with tickets this morning?
Q92.
There you go. Congratulations, Marissa. A couple quick texts. Another one about advice from another listener about that person that said they're just not happy and needs things to stop being sad.
Yeah.
Someone said, text, volunteer at an animal shelter to read to pets or walk dogs. They need love and help too. Plus, sometimes it's better than helping people when you're already down. Change up your tribe, those who you surround yourself with. All these have helped me many times get out of a funk in life. I love dogs.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's for sure.
Dogs, it's hard to be sad around a dog.
Right.
Dogs are awesome. Last one here, and we only have a couple minutes left here, but I'll read it. What a good free advice Friday again. Lauren's gonna be pissed.
Yeah,
she loves giving out advice.
She does.
This one was packed all hour. Christian and Jake need a little advice. Me and my buddies were thinking about jamming again. You know, getting together on weekends, play a few songs, and just hang out. But how do I try to convince them I want to make a single hit? Maybe start doing some gigs. Well, they're not interested in doing that, or they don't have the time. The problem with life is sometimes time is an issue, especially when you have kids, you get older.
Yeah.
That could be an issue. Well, just tell them. Listen, first of all, enjoy jamming with your friends. If you guys used to be a band or you're just getting together to play music together, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's really
And that
cool.
can be a lot of fun. You're with your friends. You're playing songs you all like together. Enjoy that. No matter what, enjoy that. But have the conversation. It's just a casual conversation. You never know what you might be the first one to bring it up, and everyone's going to be like, oh, I never thought of that. Or, oh, yeah, we should.
Right.
You know?
You never know if you try. Don't try.
No, I would absolutely bring it up, but I would tell you, enjoy the jam sessions. And I mean that sincerely. Like, play with your friends, play some songs, laugh, sing, play, hit the drum, play the guitar. Like, enjoy that because that's fun. And that's a fun thing to do with friends that are like you and love music. And then maybe afterwards when you are in between songs or something, just bring it up and see what they have to say. Like, hey, what if we played some bars around here? What if we, did some stuff, a couple things out there? What if we worked on some of our own music? What's the worst that can happen? They say, oh, I don't have no time. Well, that sucks. Then you can decide if you want to do it on your own or find people that would. What if they say, yeah, let's do it? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You might be pleasantly surprised. Bring it up. Talk to them. But don't let that stop you from enjoying the good old jam session. Just say that. It's a David Guetta, See a Titanium on Q92. Listen to this. This is, I'm not going to say it's irked me. Maybe not bothered me, but it's irked me since I've been told this. Now, obviously, we are both in our 40s. We're not spring chickens anymore.
No.
I don't think we're old, but we're certainly not young.
No, not as young as we used to.
No. We got Jake over here, 25-year-old Jake.
Yeah, retiring from concerts and whatnot.
Yeah. Calling it quits at 25. I've done all I can in this life. It's time to retire.
Hanging it up.
Just enjoy what's left of my life at 25. But obviously, as you get older, things change in your body.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Some of you lose.
That's like after you have babies, your boobs go.
The boobs sag. You pee all the time.
When you sneeze, especially.
Guys, things happen. You lose hair. Hair turns gray. All of a sudden, ear hair and nose hair become a thing. That's something I can't understand.
Do you use a trimmer?
I have an awesome one that goes up my nose with a light, and not one of those weird. It's a nice one. It's really
Why do
cool.
you need a light? It's for up there.
Came with a light, so you can see where that hair. I have this one nose hair, unrelated to what I want to talk about.
Does it curl over the bridge?
No, it is the straightest sideways nose hair you've ever seen in your life. I'm telling you, it looks like if you were making the divide sign, the straight line with the dot. It's the straight, and it goes across, and it'll start to touch.
Yeah, but if you do the tool, doesn't it just zip it off?
Sometimes it fights it. I don't know what happened.
Is it? I wonder if it's wiry.
It's the straightest nose hair you could ever imagine. It doesn't curl.
Are the rest of them curly?
It doesn't go down. It just is
doesn't sag. Yeah.
If you're watching the video,
it's rigid and straight.
Craziness.
Interesting.
And it bothers the hell. Then I have a couple of they go peekaboo. They start coming out of the nose a little bit. And you got to trim them.
Yeah. Then it's time.
Ear hair. Since I've gotten older.
Well, I'm married to an Italian man. So.
I don't know what happened. So the hair on my head stops, but my ear explodes.
Is it coming from your canal?
Everywhere, outside, top, canal.
Yeah, with Tony, it was always these rando, from the earlobe itself. I'll be like, "Ooh, hold on," and I'll.
Good morning, everybody. 9 o'clock hour on today's hit music. Q92. Christian Bigglesworth here with you. Jake here with you. Lauren is out today because it is her daughter's college orientation day. So she's getting ready to get all set for college. And Lauren's out there helping. A big moment with her and her daughter and her family. So congratulations, Maren, with a full orientation. Get ready to take on college. A lot of you kids are about to take on college. Can you believe it? We were talking about that earlier in the show. Can't believe college is getting ready to pick up in a few weeks. High school's picking up in a few weeks. All schools, pretty crazy. It'll be Labor Day before you know it.
I know.
Isn't that crazy?
It is crazy. It's crazy how I go to the stores and I see school supplies out, and it just gives me throwback anxiety from when I was little, and it's the reminder that summer is over.
It was crazy to me it was still July, and I saw Halloween candy.
Oh yeah, that's coming out.
A Giant Eagle. There's a whole aisle. And I'm like, it's not even August.
Yep, it's coming out.
Halloween is literally August, September, it's the end of October. That's 3 full months away.
Yeah.
And here's the candy.
Spooky time.
Good. And I know some of you Halloween people love it. You love it. So we'll see. It's pretty crazy. But yeah, schools are getting ready to start. 330-450-9292 is a phone number. The text line, 330-269-9292. Now, coming up this hour here in a little bit, going to be joined by Maddie Zurakowski from Hall of Fame Village. Ran into her yesterday. She's working hard. A lot of cool stuff happening this weekend, including the Concert for Legends. We're going to talk to her about that coming up. Right now, it's Dua Lipa Illusion on Q92. In the first movie you were watching with your family growing, your parents, where there's maybe something
got awkward.
A little awkward. Someone said Top Gun. Yeah, the Take My Breath Away scene.
Oh, yeah. But
it was all shadows. But yeah,
that was hot, though.
But if you're a kid.
True, if you're a kid and you don't really, they didn't show anything.
Yeah. But, they definitely showed, it
was a hot scene for sure, but.
They definitely showed some shadow kissing.
Shadow kissing.
Well, you saw, the tongues going in the mouths, but it was like shadows. You couldn't actually see,
it was silhouettes.
You couldn't see any boobies or anything.
No.
But, that was, that song, that was, you know what I mean? You guys remember it just from hearing this.
Yep.
Maverick, you bad boy.
So good.
We were watching Freddy versus Jason. Was there nudity in that movie?
I don't know, because I didn't like Freddy Krueger. I don't like any scary guys. Sorry.
I was scared of him, but then he became more like a comedy guy.
I was like, one.
You just saw these one-liners.
Coming for you.
That part was scary.
Yeah.
The kids, that song.
And then I was like, bye. Yeah. Out.
3, 4 better lock your door.
Yeah. 5, 6.
What was that? Crucifix.
Yes.
7, 8 better stay up late. 9, 10 never sleep again.
Yep.
Oh. Ghost and Pretty Woman. I was in middle school and wanted to be invisible during some scenes in that movie. Should not have watched them.
Yeah.
With my parents. They show boobies in Ghost?
I don't think that they show boobies, but it definitely is a little like.
Yeah. I don't remember a booby scene in Pretty Woman either.
I don't remember that either.
Howard Stern's Private Parts movie, that got awkward pretty fast. Yeah,
I'm sure.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Lethal Weapon 1 and 2. I was 10 years old. We were watching them together with my sister, 12, mom, and her new boyfriend, and there was a sex scene in it. Ugh. Mom's new boyfriend, too? That's not fun.
Yeah, that's awkward.
That's not good at all. My mom took me to see Titanic in theaters. I was 11.
Yeah, I could see that. The whole drama.
Hate me like one of your girls, Jack.
Yeah.
So I can drown you later. Coming up from Mark Johnson and hey, looks like we're living longer. How cool is this?
That's good news.
Hey, we're not going to die as quick.
Right.
Study published in The Lancet use cutting-edge modeling techniques to forecast disease burden, life expectancy, and population shifts for 200 countries through 2050.
Okay.
And it's a look at humanity's health on a global scale. And what they found is, in a disease study, an international consortium of experts projects that the average life expectancy is going to continue to climb in the coming decades. As a matter of fact, if anyone's going to have a baby in 2050, they can expect to live around 80 years on average. That is up from the global life expectancy right now that is 74. That's 6 more years of life.
Hold on a second. The average life expectancy is 74 years of age?
Yeah, globally, yeah.
Okay, globally.
Yeah.
So we're talking about other countries where there's lack of medical care and
if you want to get into, you're going to get in the weeds, yeah.
Well, no, I mean, those are pretty tall weeds you need to consider when you're considering 74 as the global life expectancy.
Listen, just because we're a little closer to it.
What's the American life expectancy? You're gonna give me I'm past a midlife crisis if that's the case.
Let me see here. Now, this is from 2021. The United States life expectancy 76.33 years.
Okay, that's still not that much better, but I feel like with
that's 2 more years than the world average.
I know, but I feel like with the evolvement of technology and what we know about nutrition,
I'm just saying the people born in 2050 are going to get 4 more years than us. Those are not the best years of your life. You're back in diapers. You're hunched over.
Hold on, in the 70s?
Huh?
That's not, no.
80 is going to be if you're born in 2050.
Okay, I promise you this. My mom is pushing 80 and she does not wear a diaper.
Well, some do. Some do. I'm just saying, like, those aren't the best years of your most quality years of your life.
Probably
what
not.
are those last 4 really worth?
I can't believe you just said that.
I'm saying, like, what?
Just write them off.
It was like, oh.
Take me at 72. I've heard that's when the decline starts.
I'm just saying. Those aren't the
Said no one ever.
Those are not the most quality years of your life. Physically, health-wise.
Yeah.
You wish you were 76 instead of 32?
If we're talking about 96, that's a different story. But I think at 76, you're still pretty active. I know 76 years old. My father-in-law is 76 years old.
Okay.
He works because he didn't
Where does he
want
work?
his Harpo Hardware.
What's he do?
He does shipping and receiving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's not a door reader. He does physical labor. He cuts his own grass. He takes care of his own lawn. He takes care of a pool. He's 76 years old and he's got it, man.
I'm just saying, would you trade right now to go to 76?
Well, of course not. Why would anybody want to leap forward that fast?
Right.
We're
in the sweet
what
spot of
point
life
are you
right
trying
now.
to make?
We're in the sweet. I'm saying, you're like, all right, so the people born in 2050 are going to live to 80.
Yeah.
Right now in the United States, we're living until 76.3. So we even get like January, February, March. All right.
Yeah.
We get that last full winter.
I can't believe you just counted the months. Please, 0.3.
We get that full last winter.
Well, what if it's not? What if it's not that? What if it's like
pleasure. It is 9:18, 72 degrees in Canton. And if it's Friday in the 9 o'clock hour, that means Maddie Zurakowski from the Hall of Fame Village is going to be joining us as always. Maddie, good morning. Did you get any sleep last night?
Good morning.
Yeah. I was saying on the show earlier today, Lauren's off today. Her daughter's in college orientation today, but yeah, very cool. But I said it right in you yesterday. We were both doing the same thing. We were both on social media duties yesterday.
I know, I loved it. I was so happy to see you. It's almost was like weird. I'm like, I'm not seeing you through my computer, like my radio screen. This is real life.
Yeah, no, it was real. I saw Keller say hi, turn. I go, that's Maddie. I talk to her on my computer every Friday. But what a great, before we get into everything that's come up this weekend still, how awesome was it last night? I mean, you were there, I was there, the crowd, the atmosphere, kicking off everything until the storms. It was awesome last night.
Oh, it was amazing. I couldn't agree more. I feel like the energy in the stadium was just electric. Everyone was so happy to be there. I don't know. It's just such a good time of the year. I feel like you can just genuinely feel it. Even just like working it all throughout the day, it's a different feel. Everyone is so excited to be working it, to be there, to come and visit. So we couldn't be happier with how last night went. Of course, I wish it wouldn't have rained. I feel like Mother Nature is always kind of working against us during Enshrinement Week, but we'll make up for it. We still have Enshrinement. We still have the concerts. So I think we started off really strong last night.
Yeah, started off strong. And like you said, up until the storms, it was just great. And you know, you touched on too, like everyone, like the volunteers you guys have at the Village and everything for this whole, they're the nicest people in the world. Like they're so helpful. They're so eager. And I mean this, they were so eager to help anybody, anywhere, to help anyone get to anything, whether it was in the Village, in the stadium. It's just awesome that the people of Stark County care so much about this week and this weekend and want to be a part of it. And they take pride in doing that.
Oh, I mean, it is so obvious to your point. I mean, these people are all in. We are so grateful and thankful to our community for just kind of it making such an impact. I mean, this is such a big weekend and it's amazing that people recognize that and want to come out and help and just get in on the fun. I feel like that's ultimately what it's all about. It's a crazy weekend, but it's a really fun weekend. So I get why people kind of want to get behind the scenes and help out and just enjoy, what it's like to have a true enshrinement experience.
Yeah, it was just, like I said, the atmosphere was fantastic, but we're only just beginning. We still got a whole weekend of events coming up. So let's talk about everything that's going on with the Village this weekend still, because we're just beginning.
Yeah, no, night one. We're on day 2 right now, a little more quiet and kind of thank goodness because it's kind of looking sad outside, but that's okay. Yeah. We're going to have our city showdown activation, which is us at Hall of Fame Village activating Play Action Plaza and Fan Engagement Zone as a Houston, Texas theme, and then also a Chicago theme. So it's really neat. We have them all themed out. So in Play Action Plaza, you can get Chicago style hot dogs, you can ride the rides, and then in Fan Engagement Zone, you can get barbecue, ride a mechanical bull, kind of just different feels. And we're just trying to incorporate new ways to kind of celebrate the teams and of course the enshrinees, and this was the perfect way for us to do it. So all around campus, you'll have to check it out. We're calling it the City Showdown, but ride the bull. I mean, why not? Get in the spirit. So there's something for everyone.
How do you look at a mechanical bull and not ride it? I
know, so tempting.
That's actually really cool, though. Whoever thought of that to come up with that. Let's make a section that's all Chicago style. Like you said, the Chicago hot dog. That is a real thing, folks. The Chicago dog is a real thing. And it has to be made a certain way. And like you said, with the barbecue and all that, really cool. And because you got so many fans from out of town right now, from Illinois, from Texas. Man, when we got dropped off at the shuttle last night, Keller and I were walking around as we were walking back to my car, and we're looking at the license plates. People are here hanging out at the Hall of Fame Village from literally all over the country. Literally. You're seeing license plates from even Canada.
Yeah. It's amazing. Even just taking people around campus. Like, I'm on a golf cart, so I feel like I'm a little bit on a target. They're like, ride, and I just can't resist. I'm like, sure, hop on. But it was amazing just to chat with people and to see where they're coming from. And it just is like so reassuring for us that there's just such an importance and a draw on this weekend. And it was great to chat with people of like all decked out in their Colts gear. I got a picture with like these guys that were the fans of the year. I mean, it's just so cool. And then of course you have your Chicago and Houston fans. So it's just amazing to see, like, it's not just about these two teams, it's about the whole league in general and just what we're trying to create, and which is excellence and amazing experiences. So it's great to kind of have that confirmation and just welcome everyone to campus this weekend.
Yeah, so we have that, and then obviously we have the parade tomorrow morning, the enshrinement ceremony. We have the Gold Jacket dinner this weekend, but then coming up on Sunday, it's time for everyone to just let loose, have a good time. She just got announced she's on American Idol now as a judge as well, but she is part of the NFL. Obviously, was singing the Sunday Night Football theme forever. But Carrie Underwood going to be here in Canton. How excited are you for that? And are there any people? Can they still get tickets even?
Oh my gosh, there's a few left for the Concert for Legends. But yes, they're selling out so fast. We're so excited to welcome Carrie to Canton, and especially with having someone like Jackson Dean open for her. It's going to be an amazing night. And I just think it's a great way, to your point, to kind of wrap up enshrinement. I think everyone's just ready to kind of dance, feel themselves, and just kind of let loose for the last night. So if you haven't already, tickets are on sale now at hofvillage.com, but there's only a few left. So get them now. I mean, I can't believe it's only in 2 days. I'm sure it's going to go so fast and it'll be here before we know it.
Going to be insane. And like you said, first ever female headliner for the Concert for Legend. And I think you guys picked it up. She is an amazing performer. If you've never seen her live or catched her clips on YouTube, the woman is just an insane performer, singer, drummer. I mean, she pretty much does it all during her show. So everyone that's coming out to that, it's going to be good. I think it's going to be good for you guys because, like you said, it's kind of like the finish line for you guys. So I'm sure you guys, as much as you got to work, hopefully you guys get to like grab a few beers, sing along, and just relax. Because I was watching you and your partner with you last night. Boy, was she hustling with those pictures last night.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they were a shout out, but she was working her butt off last night.
Oh, I work in like PR. They are full content, and I always love to comment. I'm like, I'm a content intern. I'm just following around trying to do my best. Like, they kill it. They are so on top of it. So no, it is truly just the first of many. And to your point, oh yeah, Sunday is our favorite day. I would say if you just feel so good as a team, you come together, you're so happy and excited of how the weekend went. And I feel like this year is going to be no different.
Absolutely. Maddie, always a pleasure. Good luck with everything this weekend. You've only got 8 million more things to do before the end of the week, but it's going to end with a Carrie Underwood concert. We can't wait to talk to you about how awesome it was next week.
Same. Thanks, guys, so much.
All right, Maddie, take care. Maddie Zurikowski, Hall of Fame Village. She does such a great job, works so hard for the Village. She's such a huge reason why the Village is so successful, and joins us every week to update us on the Village. And again, saw her hustling, working her tail off yesterday. And it's coming. All the events are here now. The parade, the Gold Jacket dinner, the enshrinement speeches, the Carrie Underwood concert, and hopefully a lot of you guys we'll see you guys out at these events. We'll be in the parade tomorrow. We're covering the fashion show today. Nicolina's covering that. The Gold Jacket dinner, Keller's covering that. It's going to be a lot of fun, and can't wait to see you guys out there. And be sure to share your pictures with us from all these awesome events. Right now, it's Hosey or Too Sweet. It's Q92. I was telling a story. I was trying to tell a story last segment, but we realized there's our station plays in the lobby when you come into our building. So you're picking up a prize or you're dropping off a package or whatever. It plays in our lobby. And then it came to our attention at the 11th hour of the story that that there was a young girl.
Yes.
Walking around our lobby, which was a little weird, but
we figured it out. She's totally fine.
Yeah, there's an interview going on at our sister station right now.
Yep, she's here with that
she
guest.
Must be there with that guest. So what we did was we turned off the audio of the station in the lobby.
Yeah, Jake knew how to turn down that speaker, so he went and shut it off.
So that only you in the radio land, or streaming at Q92radio.com, or if you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, and X, all of you.
And if you have young children in the car, now's your chance.
Again, there's nothing. Yeah, there's nothing. I'm not going to say anything.
We did what we could over here.
But anyway, if you're just joining us, and I'm very sorry because I thought this story would be over by now, but circumstances,
yes,
life,
being responsible.
Yeah, being responsible. We're going to talk about things when you're getting older. You notice some things you don't notice. I was talking about how Jamie likes the little bit of the
scruff,
but doesn't mind the gray. I do.
I don't know why you hate it so much. I like Tony's salt and pepper.
We were having a conversation about it, and then she said something to me that I didn't know, and that it stuck with me.
Mm-hmm.
It stuck with me. And again, trying to be as politically correct as I can here, or just not gross. And she says to me, and she looks at me, with love in her eyes and love in her heart. She goes, "Well, you got grays on your balls."
Ew!
I said, "Excuse me? I have what? I did not know this. Apparently, some of my pubic area follicles have begun to gray."
Do they make just for men for that?
I don't know. Just for balls? I don't know.
I mean, that's got to be more sensitive.
She tells me this, and in my head, no! I'm a little angry.
How dare you?
But I didn't know that happened. I'm too young for that.
Do you not?
No.
Trim the hedges?
A little bit.
Not enough.
Probably not. Probably not.
They have that tool called the lawnmower. I hear it all the time when I listen to the
it doesn't cut.
Armchair expert.
There is no way that doesn't cut you. There is no way. They're like, no, it doesn't cut anybody. You're telling me those little razors going back and forth electrically, nothing can cut you? I don't buy it.
I think it's, maybe you just make it taut. Like,
I don't know. I just thinking,
know. I don't have
is this
a pair.
Something all men go through? Is this something that every man must face?
I am sure the answer is yes.
I've never heard it talked about by any man.
Well, where do you expect that kind of conversation to occur?
I don't know. A bathhouse?
Are you going to money bathhouses
these
days?
Tijuana? I don't know. I don't know, but that to me bothers me
what
more.
do you think? What's your closest friend's name? Oh, okay, let's just say Ryan. Let's just say Ryan comes over and you guys are gaming one night and you'd be like, "Hey, your ball hair's gray?"
Well, here's the thing.
Wait, here's
the thing. Now I do want to ask people. How do you? Because I need to know.
Listen, if the hair on your head and the hair in your beard and all that and all of that turns gray, of course the hair there is going to turn gray as well. It's gross.
Christian, it happens to the best of us. Learn to live with it. I don't know.
Embrace it. Be a silver fox.
Silver beanbag. I don't know. I don't know. It really has me questioning my mortality. I'm like, wow, I'm really
there
about
are some
done.
people that get grays in their 20s and 30s. You think they sit there and
I had a friend who was gray in his 20s.
Yeah, I had a friend who, before my wedding, had to get her hair dyed because she had gray. And she had been having them since she was 17. Her mom went gray really early, too.
My arm hair is still brown.
Well, maybe that's sunlight helping keep it. That doesn't see anything at all.
Just really throws me off. Jake, would it bother you?
I don't think so.
It wouldn't bother you at all.
I don't think so. I don't know why.
You don't have a gray on you, though.
No, but I will.
I know he's
But
already
why?
he's not gray.
Just shave it if you don't.
It's shaving it. That's fine, whatever. Because you should keep that trim for your lady. But just I didn't know. You know.
You didn't know, or you didn't think about it happening to you?
Both.
What?
I didn't know it. I never thought. I never thought it would happen to me.
Let's just flash forward when you're 80 years old. The rest of your body's gray, but
80,
that is a pristine, untouched.
No, at 80, I think it's reasonable to say yes. It's Santa all over.
Can you imagine how bizarre that would look if you just disrobed and that was its normal color, like it was when you were 16?
The hair of a 16-year-old at 80. Q92. I just read that the modern handshake dates all the way back to the 5th century BC. That's before Jesus.
That is before Jesus.
Do you know how it was started? Apparently, the actual handshake.
I do not.
Swordsmen would greet each other with their weapon hand free, showing no sign of a fight.
That makes sense.
So if we were both like swordsmen, I would walk up to you and be like, "Sir," my free hand. So you would see I'm not here to sword fight you. I have my sword, but that's not what I'm here for.
Right.
And apparently that's where their modern handshake came from.
That kind of makes sense, actually.
Yeah. Because if two guys walking towards each other with swords, you might think this guy wants to fight me.
Right.
He got a sword.
Yeah.
It's in his hand.
Yeah.
But by him putting his non-sword hand out to show you and shake with you, you'd be like, "Oh, no, hi.
Yeah, he's cool.
Charles, what's your name?" "Arthur." "Fantastic. Good to meet you." So there's a weird fact of the day. I didn't know. The handshake, I guess I kind of assumed it was forever. Like,
yeah.
I kind of just assumed as when humans started, we just started shaking hands. Right. Kind of like what we do.
Hi, I'm Adam. Hi, I'm Eve. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, nice to meet you. Shake, shake, shake. Well, apparently that's not it. Craziness. That's how the handshake started. It was swordsmen wanting to show that there's no sign of a fight. They would extend their weapon-free hand. So there you go, folks. Take that around the water cooler today. You're welcome. People are going to be like, "What?" And then they'll Google it and find out you were right. It's Drake and Rihanna. Take care on Q92. Then I was wondering, like, who, if you could just fire anyone at your job, who's the name of the person you would fire and why? Just first name. And the text line lit up a little bit. You guys apparently want to say who you would fire. So let's get into the text here. These are names of people that listeners would fire if they could. Bye Mary with a waving emoji. Jen, she's a horrible know-it-all. So Jen would be fired.
All right.
Stephanie, Dan, and Ronnie, I would fire. You're firing 3 people.
Wow.
I'd fire Mike. He's the mole. Uh-oh, we found the mole. Raphael, you're fired. Someone said on the text line. Oh, that's funny. Pam, because she looks like a bulldog. Well, now we're getting personal. Now, wow.
Yeah.
My old job, Amy. No personality and cause negative vibes all around. Amy be gone.
Yep.
Steven, he sucks at life and can't do his job right to save his life. I'd rather do both my job and his just so it would make my actual job easier. I give him 0 of 5 stars. Damn.
Sounds like he's the worst.
Steven, you're fired. Melissa, for her lack of notice when she has appointments and having to cover hours for her continuously. All right, she's fired. I'd fire Phyllis because she's never at her desk, then bitches she's behind in work.
There's always one of them.
Jake, do you remember a craziest day at one of your jobs? Like it was just like, what you went home almost like, what was that?
I can't top yours, but when I was working at McDonald's, I got an ice cream cone thrown at me.
Are you
But
serious?
was it someone like a customer
Yeah.
or like a coworker?
No, it was a customer.
What were they mad about?
They ordered an ice cream cone and like a large fry with no salt. So we had to make the fries fresh, like
my God,
as you do.
Was it my mom?
And then I gave her no. I can tell you it was not.
My mom always orders no salt for fresh fries.
I know who this lady is.
It irritates me.
Yeah. So I gave her the ice cream cone and I was like, go to the next window and we'll give you your fresh fries. But she ordered them together because she wanted to eat them together. But by the time we gave her fries, her ice cream cone was melting and she was mad about that. And I was like, well, that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone.
Wait. You said that's not my fault. Eat your ice cream cone?
Yeah. I didn't know if I said it was my fault, but I did say, well, if you would have ate it, it would have been melted. I think I did say that.
Okay. I can't see you being like, too bad, lady, eat it.
Well, I was, because she was already on my nerves because she was asking, are these fresh? Are these fresh? And then I was like, yes. And she goes, no salt. And I was like, yeah, no salt. And then she said that there was salt on them, even though there wasn't.
But here's the thing about McDonald's. You guys salt it in like that big area. So even if you don't salt the fresh batch, tell me there's not salt still on the bottom. I mean,
yeah, exactly.
You're going to get some.
Exactly.
So did she hit you with it?
Yeah. So she gave me attitude and then I
told
told her.
In the face?
No, she missed. Well,
Okay.
because it was during COVID and we had like a little plexiglass protector over
Okay, so that
the window.
protected your face.
Yeah, and then she got mad, and then I told her that I would give her a new fry, and then she walked up to my window. I forgot she wasn't even in the car because her husband was driving, and so she got out of the car and walked up to the window, and so she was standing next to the window, and then the window closed, and she like took her hand like shoved it open, and I was like, no, enough. So I gave her money back, and I said, get out. I said, leave, and then she took her money, and then she yeeted the cone, and it hit me.
Did you say yeeted it?
Yeah, she yeeted. She yeeted the cone.
That is fantastic.
Yes! 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 Yes!
Yeeted the
Listen,
cone.
I understand about service and frustration and all that kind of stuff, but when did we as a society decide that it was acceptable to assault people with ice cream cones over, to me, something that's so trivial? Because most of the time, if you have like a delay in your food or you have an issue with it or it's cold, like, they'll make it right. You just go in and be nice about it.
Yeah, a lot of times they will. That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was
a good one, Jake. Ice cream.
I would
thrown
have
at you.
loved to have like stood there and watched that go down. I mean,
So-
I'm glad she didn't like get you in the face or, something highly embarrassing, but
That's
you
good.
handled it right.
Yeah. You have a crazy day at work?
You
Your
have-
craziest day at work?
You have no idea. I can top yours.
I'm sure.
I just feel bad, like, saying it because everything's fine, like, and this person's a really good person, but I would have to say, like, truly, everybody makes mistakes, but
Absolutely.
it was probably the day that the owner of our company got arrested, and I was in charge of PR and marketing.
Ah.
That was probably one of those days where I was like, "Oh, like."
You're just like
Yeah.
staring at the like empty press release with your computer, like,
How do I put this? Well, and
music Q92 text message. We get this a lot. I don't want to. I try to address this too much on text line, but I'll do it one time. Someone wants to know they won concert tickets. When can they expect them? We explain this a lot to everyone. I feel like we try to.
Yeah.
But when you win tickets, they're released to us from either like a Live Nation or a Ticketmaster, and then we send them to you. They don't release them to us till sometimes almost 2 days before the concert.
Yeah.
They don't release. They have to release them to us to send to you.
It'll be like a week to a couple of days before the show.
Yeah, and it's never a sure thing of when. We always get them on time, but we don't get them weeks in advance. We don't get them.
Yeah.
We get them days in advance, and we tell all our winners that, or at least we should, when they win something.
Yeah.
But what we also do is we call you.
Yeah, I will personally call you to let you know.
Chances are it's going to be Jake. Whenever we send over tickets, we call you. That's why we get your information. We call you and we tell you, hey, we sent over your tickets. In this case, you're asking about Missy Elliott. Check your email form, because sometimes they go to your spam email, or you might just not notice that you have an email from Ticketmaster or Live Nation,
right,
or name the company. So can't tell you exactly when to expect them, but whoever you won them with, I hope they explain to you. They release them to us, then we send them to you to use at the concert. But we don't get them weeks ahead of time. We don't get them months ahead of time. We get them days ahead of time. And then we send them right over to you. But we also call you too and tell you, hey, this is Jake from Q92. Here, pretend you're doing it right now.
Hello, this is Jake calling from Q92, just calling about the Missy Elliott tickets that you won with us here at the station. The tickets were just emailed to you this morning, so you can check your email. And if for some reason you do not see that email, please give us a call back at the station and we can get that sorted out for you.
That's good. That's good, Jake. That's the kind of quality you're going to get from Q92 right there. That call. So we don't just send them in we call you too.
Yeah.
So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that answers the texter's question. And just remember that if you ever do win tickets from us here, especially if let's say you win tickets for a show, because this will happen. A lot of times people announce their tours for next year at the end of this year.
Yeah.
So we'll be giving away tickets in November that might not be till May next year.
Yeah, and then you might forget about it until then.
Yeah,
so
we don't forget about it.
Yeah, we always give you a call and let you guys know.
Yeah, so hopefully that helped you, Texter. We're here to help you, and hopefully that did just that. It's 9:48. You're listening to today's hit music, Q92. talk about pen pals for a second while we have a few minutes. I really do.
I know.
And I actually have heard of this before, but I never really stumbled and actually went to the webpage. And I'll tell you, it's very interesting. And it all somehow leads back to Jake.
Doesn't it most of it?
Yeah, and it's always when you least expect it, too.
I know. When yesterday he just kind of busted something out of left field, and I'm like, what'd you say?
So I forget if it was in my newsfeed for Facebook or Instagram or even X. I don't remember, but I saw like jailbabes.com. Now, when you hear that, you think porn. No,
it's not.
It is zero porn.
Yeah.
Not at all. What is jailbabes.com? Some of you right now are going, ooh, I know, pick me. Well, for those of you sitting in your chairs going, I have no earthly idea what the hell jailbabes is, because it sounds like porn, doesn't it?
It does.
You know what I mean? It's just when you say it.
Like role playing or something
like, were
weird
you on
and kinky.
jailbabes.com at work? I was.
Right. You're
It
fired.
is women in prison that are seeking pen pals.
Yeah.
And they're able to post pictures of themselves and descriptions and everything.
Yeah. It's odd.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And they even break them down by age on this website, where you can look for girls. The breakdown is 18 to 23, 24 to 26. That's an odd bracket. 27 to 29, 30, 32, 30, and it goes all the way up to 51 plus. So all these women are in jail, and they'd like someone to talk. Listen.
And like none of them are in jumpsuits or like striped
No,
outfits.
these
They're
are
in like
pictures from like your Facebook profile.
like before they hit the clink.
Yes. For instance, I just clicked on Summer. Her name is Summer. Love the description. Read this yesterday. I was like, well done. Hey, y'all, my name is Summer, but they call me Yummy Summy. Love, loyalty, and respect is what I live by. I'm a queen lioness, and I'll protect the ones I love. I'm a fun-loving, outdoorsy type of girl. I love to be adventurous and also enjoy being just laid back in a hammock. I love to be spontaneous, too, and just jump in the car and go, not knowing where we might end up, like prison. I'm sweeter than honey, but meaner than a yellow jacket. So if I sound like your kind of tea, hit me up. Looking forward to hearing from you. And it tells you her full name. It tells you even where she's incarcerated. This girl, let's see where she's at. Her earliest release date is March of 2026. She's born in 94. Tampa, Florida is where she's in jail. And it doesn't say what they're in jail for.
Okay, unless they say, because like I'm looking
Some
at
they
one
do.
now. This is Daphne from West Virginia.
Yeah.
And she says an assortment of schedule. 1 narcotics plus a few guns equals 121 months in federal prison. I strongly question their math, but whatever. Not only am I
like it.
Not only am I a genius entrepreneur and rowdy heroin addict, I'm a graffiti / new school artist with perfect teeth and bulletproof charisma. Try me. And she gets out in 2030. That's her earliest release date.
Okay.
She does have a high school diploma. She worked as airport staff prior to incarceration.
There you go.
And in prison, she has learned to be an artist, a muralist. She's learned to cook. She loves learning about plumbing and reading and writing. And you can actually email with her if you don't want to get out your quill pen and a piece of paper.
We are about done here. It was a fun show today, Jake.
It was. We learned a lot.
We talked about lunch boxes.
Yeah.
We had a crazy free advice Friday. That
was insane.
We haven't had that much response or that many serious inquiries. Like I said, Lauren's going to be kicking herself.
Yeah.
Because she loves helping people.
She does.
And we had like 5 or 6 that were like really like interesting, serious people needed help. So hopefully we helped you guys with Free Advice Friday. Of course, thank you to Maddie Zurakowski from Hall of Fame Village for joining us in the 9 o'clock hour as well. Don't forget, folks, our coverage of all the Hall of Fame events continues. The fashion show is today. Nicolina, the Midday Diva, is covering that. Gold Jacket Dinner is being covered by Keller. You can see us all in the Hall of Fame parade tomorrow morning. Look for us. I'll be riding with Lauren. Keller will be riding with Ryan at night. And Nicolina, of course, will be by herself.
Yeah.
Has her own car just for her.
Yeah.
So we have that coming up for you. Enjoy the concert for legends. Enjoy everything Hall of Fame this weekend. And we'll be back with you Monday. All 3 of us will be together. And we'll start another work week, folks. Crazy. But enjoy the weekend. Crazy weekend. If you're going to the Hall of Fame stuff, have fun. If you're going to SummerSlam in Cleveland, have fun. If you're going to Martin Lawrence in Cleveland, have fun. If you're going to see the Guardians in Cleveland, have fun. Think there's some stuff to do in Northeast Ohio this weekend?
There's a lot to do.
Good
Ohio.
Lord. A text message, go Giants. All right, go Giants. Random NFL text. My brother's a Giant fan. We'll catch you guys Monday. Have a great day. Be safe out there. It's Teddy Swims, The Door, right here on Q92.